How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to AZ Trading. Hope you're well. In this video, I'll be showing you guys how we managed to capture this really nice bearish trade with very minimal drawdown on the Dow Jones spanning over 150 points. But first, I just want to say a big thank you to every single one of you watching. We managed to hit 200 subs, which I'm very happy with. And I'll be releasing another subscriber special video at 250 subs. If you haven't seen my first one, I released my personal risk calculator, and I'll be sharing some more useful things in the next milestone video. Without further ado, I know some of you guys may think that this is a hindsight trade review, but to my returning viewers, you already know this trade was taken live, and I can turn on my executions, and I can also turn on the execution labels, where you can see my entry position and every single partial that I took during the trade. Alright, now we've got the proof out the way, let's get into how we managed to find this trade and the setup we used to capture this bearish move. So first things first, let's have a look at the sentiment, meaning how is the market behaving prior to our trade. So if we scroll back a bit, we can see that during the end of London Open and for the start of New York Open, we can see that the market sentiment has been bullish. We can determine this by monitoring the swing highs. We can see that all these swing highs have been raided, they've all been broken, so liquidity resting above or buy side liquidity has been taken. And if we look at the opposite side of the market, so the sell side liquidity, all these swing lows, the liquidity resting below those lows has not been taken. What that means for us is that it gives us an idea that when news ticks or when 9:30 the equity market opens, the sentiment is likely to be broken, meaning sell side is likely to be taken. I actually have a little screenshot here where I did a sentiment analysis where we can see that highs have been broken and lows have been left untouched. And I've just written a little note on the side saying that the sentiment is currently bullish and that at 9:30 we expect sell side to be taken, so price to start dumping. Okay, now that we have some sentiment analysis in mind, let's get into how we managed to find this setup. If you've watched any of my previous videos, you'd know that the pattern we trade with we call the RMR pattern. So first we look for a raid, and if we look to the left we see these relative equal highs. Once those highs have been reached through, we call that the raid. The second thing we look for is the market structure shift. So after this bullish raid, we look for an immediate swing low to be broken. So we have a swing low here, and as you can see, price dumped through that swing low, and that's what we call the market structure shift. And finally, the third element, which is the return. This is the step where we use our own entry techniques to be a participant into the trade. The most common return method that I use is a gap. So as we can see, during this bearish market structure shift, we've been presented a gap in here. And as soon as price retraces into that area, that's where we can place our short. Another method you can use for your return is an order block. So if we look to the left, right before the market structure shift, we have this bearish order block. If we extend that one out, very similarly, if price retraces into that order block, then we can place a short as well. And just to confirm that you're getting a fair price, we can use a Fibonacci retracement. So if we draw an anchor point from the top of the raid to the bottom of the market structure shift and we extend that to the right, we can see that as long as price is retraced above this 50% level, then it'll be considered a premium in price, meaning it is a fair price to short. So once you've got your entry, the first thing you need to set is your stop loss to protect your capital, which is the most important thing in trading. And in most cases, I have my stop at the top of the raid, which is right over there. And now we can start to look for objectives below. So when we look for objectives, I've said this in my previous videos, but there's no right or wrong way to do it as long as you're taking partials in a logical area. And for me, the logical areas I look for are different gaps and different swings. So we have this 1 minute gap over here, we have some swing lows here, another swing low, and if we zoom out a bit more, we have another swing low down here. And this is one of the things that I really love about trading, is that everyone's trading strategy is unique to themselves. So even if everyone had the same entry technique and we all entered on the same price, the locations where you take your partials and how much you take off in each partial will be very unique to our own trading strategies. So for someone, they might take their entry position and take no partials and get out completely at their first objective, and someone might take partials at every single swing that price goes through. If you're interested in what I did, I can turn on my labels. You can see that I took off my first partial, which was 20% at my first objective in this gap. My second objective was this swing low, where I took off an additional 20%. Now that I have 60% of my position running, my third objective was this swing low where I took off half my position, and my fourth objective was at this swing low down here and I took off 20%, leaving myself 10% of my original position to run. So whether the price dumps completely or stops me out at my break-even level, I was impartial to whichever one happened. And as you can see, after I took my fourth partial, price retraced and stopped me out at my break-even level, right there. But that'll be it for this trade. I can turn off my annotations and you can take a screenshot now if you'd like to journal this into your study notes and find the RMR yourselves. But overall, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe if you did. It makes me very happy. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them down below. I'll definitely get back to you. But until next time, take care guys. Peace.